Winterville, North Carolina.
I'm Dr. Kyle Harner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Are joint pain and stiffness holding you back? At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're here to help you move forward. Our board certified rheumatologist and trained nurse practitioners specialize in diagnosing and treating inflammatory arthritis, lupus, osteoporosis, and other autoimmune conditions. With on site lab testing, digital x rays, bone density scans, and infusion therapy, we provide comprehensive care all under one roof. Since 2001, we've been committed to personalized, compassionate care for patients across Eastern North Carolina. Take the first step towards better health today. Call Carolina Arthritis Center at 252 321 8474, 252 321 8474, or visit carolina arthritis.com. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Pitt County. Good morning, West Africa. Good morning, the rest of the world. Good morning, North Carolina. You're tuned in to another weekend's episode of Pitt Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community right here in Pitt County. My name is Victor Ihuka, as always, and we are coming to you live from the studios of Awesome Radio 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU. And as always, I'm joined by my half amazing, mostly annoying co hosts. Well, they've been kind of mostly amazing this period, but sometimes annoying co hosts. AY, Odunaike, and Patrick Mbaya Luful Wabo, all the way from South Africa. What's up, fellas?
Good
How you guys doing?
morning, good morning, Pitt County. This is AY this morning, and I'm excited as ever to be here with you this morning. And we've got a beautiful show lined up for you. So wherever you are, whether you're driving, cooking, or just vibing at home, listening to us this morning, you are in for a very interesting ride. Good morning once again.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. This is
One to the
Patrick
two to
again
the
on the
three.
one, the two, the three, the awesome radio. It's a great Saturday morning. The sun is out. We're thrilled to be in studio again with an amazing topic lined up for today.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to be in studio, isn't it?
Yeah, amigo.
And-
It's always fun.
Yeah, and y'all heard for the first time, Victor give us props. He said amazing co-host.
Yeah, I
That's the
mean,
first
not
time.
not amazing. I mean, you guys are
He's
mostly
always- yeah, he's
amazing,
always said-
especially you guys have been moving, helping folks move stuff lately. So hey, guys, if you need help moving stuff, AY and Patrick are the men to call. I'm even telling them they should open a company, moving company. Amigos Moving LLC. or
Yeah,
something.
that's the thing. We are the three amigos. So
No,
yeah.
the two of you are. Hey, guys, yes, before we dive into today's conversation, as always, let's take a quick look at what's happening in and around Pitt County. This is your top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. AY and Patrick, take it away.
All right. The first news I have this morning says Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt visits Pitt Community College, calling community colleges the secrets to securing North Carolina's future.
Yes, North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt stopped by Pitt Community College in Winterville as part of her Future Ready tour. highlighting the crucial role community colleges play in shaping the state's workforce. Touring Pitt Community College's child development and biotechnology programs, Hunt saw firsthand how industry partnerships are driving student success and job readiness. She praised programs like PCC STEAM Camp for preschoolers and called for expanding such initiatives year round. Hunt, who co-chairs the state's child care and early education task force, emphasized the urgent need to raise child care workers' wages and benefits to address the growing workforce crisis. A recent U.S. Chamber of Commerce study showed that insufficient childcare is costing North Carolina over $5.6 billion a year. She also voiced support for the Propel NC funding model, which ties community college funding to labor market outcomes, pushing for a system that trains students for real in-demand jobs. Community colleges are the secret to a bright future in North Carolina, Hunt said.
All right. The next news here says Commissioner Lauren White advocates for earlier cancer screenings following her own recent diagnosis.
Yes, Pitt County Commissioner Lauren White is turning a personal health scare into a public call for action. At just 34, White was diagnosed with stage 1A breast cancer after a routine check revealed a tiny tumor, well before she would have qualified for a mammogram under current guidelines. Her early diagnosis meant no chemotherapy, just radiation and medication, and she credits divine intervention and vigilant doctors for catching it in time. Now, White is advocating for mammograms to begin at 30 and colonoscopies at 40. Her resolution passed unanimously and urges healthcare agencies, insurance, and lawmakers to revise screening guidelines. We are still here on Awesome Radio Network, and we'll be back after the break.
Hello, my name is Dr. Wiley Nifong. Thank you for listening to Awesome Radio, 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU.
I'm Dr. Kyle Horner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof. From consultations and joint injections to on-site laboratory, x-ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We're still live here on Awesome Radio Network, and it's still your favorite weekend trio, Pitt Perspectives, with Victor Ihuka, AY Odunaike, and Patrick Mbaya. Pitt Perspectives is where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community. And just before we went on that break, we were bringing you the top community news recap presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. AY, let's take it away.
All right. The next news I have here says Bees Barbecue inducted into the North Carolina Barbecue Hall of Fame, cementing its legendary
Hey,
local
let's make
style.
some noise for Beef Barbecue. Yeah, legendary. Yes, Greenville's legendary Biggs Barbecue has officially smoked its way into North Carolina's Barbecue Hall of Fame. Known for its no-frills charm and long lines that start early, Bees joins the hall's second class alongside Will Bass of Goldsboro and Red Bridges of Shelby. The honor recognizes not just mouth-watering charcoal-cooked pork and chicken, but nearly 5 decades of consistency and community loyalty. Wow. Started in 1977 by Bill and Peggy McLaughlin, Bees is now run by their daughters who say the key to success is sticking to what works. Wow. It's the same people, same flavor, same love, said longtime customer Marvin Hardy. With no websites, no email, and no gimmicks, Bees remains rooted in tradition. We are blessed, said daughter Judy Drack, and we are not planning on going anywhere. Their inclusion marks a continued legacy of Pitt County excellence in the state's barbecue law. You all remember when we talked about, the hidden gems and,
Yeah.
legendary places? Yeah, Bees is, one of those legendary places. All right, moving on.
All right. Next news says Pitt County Schools announces new leadership changes with 6 major appointments aiming to enhance educational innovation.
Yes, Pitt County Schools is ushering in a wave of leadership changes aimed at elevating student achievement and academic innovation. 6 new appointments were announced this week, including new executive directors for elementary, middle, and high schools. Among the fresh faces are Robert Batts from Edgecote County, Derek Burns from the state's Department of Public Instruction, and Julie Simpson from Washington County, all bringing years of experience and leadership credentials. Current PCS leaders are also stepping into new roles. Monica Jacobson will lead high school effort. Seth Brown moves to school improvements, and Tom Feller will focus on innovation and transformation. Superintendent Steve Lassiter said the changes reflect the district's commitment to high standards and continuous improvement. These appointments come on the heels of earlier principal moves and signal a bold step forward for the school system's future. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, on the next one, we have Greenville's Juneteenth celebration returns this Saturday with food, music, vendors, and historical tours.
Yeah, come on, make some noise for Juneteenth, guys. Yeah, yes. So this Saturday, today, Greenville will come alive with culture, history, and celebration as the community gathers for its annual Juneteenth event at the town common. Kicking off at 4 p.m., the event will feature black-owned food trucks, local vendors, cultural exhibitions, live music, and guided trolley tours of the African American Cultural Trail. Organizers say it's not just a celebration, it's a statement that history can't be erased. Among the highlights is a youth art showcase and a performance lineup that includes 7 Till Sunrise and Cruise Band. One young artist, Elijah Noble, won the flyer contest with his piece titled 1865 Celebration of Freedom. Resource booths, health materials, and community organizations like the Eastern NC Regional Association of Black Social Workers will also be present. This is independence celebrated in our own backyard, said organizer Evangel Savage. It's about community, culture, and unity.
Yeah, in other news, we have the Yard Gnomes crush Wilmington Sharks 10-2, building momentum in the Coastal Plain League.
Yes, the Greenville Yard Gnomes made a splash Wednesday night, crushing the Wilmington Sharks 10-2 in Coastal Plain League play. Pitcher Ben Myers led the charge with 6 shutout innings, while the Gnomes offense racked up 13 hits to secure their 4th win of the season. The team now trails close behind Tri-City and Wilmington in the standings. This strong showing follows a narrow 7-4 loss to the Wilson Tops earlier in the week. The Gnomes now look to keep the momentum going with a weekend packed with matchups. Forest City at home on Thursday, Tri-City on Friday, Wilson again on Saturday, and division leader Peninsula on Sunday at Guy Smith Stadium.
Yeah, moving on, we have Greenville Little League City Championship Series underway.
Yes, the Greenville Little City Championship is underway at Elm Street Park following rain delays earlier in the week. The best of 3 showdown features North State League champs Kiwanis and Tar Heel League winners German Auto. Game 1 kicked off Thursday night with Game 2, which was set up for last night, and a possible Game 3 on Saturday today. Yes.
Yeah, and then finally we have Greenville United takes on Port City in Coastal Clash.
Yeah, GUFC, GUFC. Yes, Greenville United Football Club heads to Wilmington this afternoon to face Port City FC in what's been dubbed the Battle at the Beach. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. as the Bucks aim to bounce back from last week's thrilling 3-3 draw against Bristol Redeem FC. Sitting in the middle of the standings, Greenville United is hoping to build momentum heading into the second half of the season. All eyes are on their offense, which has shown flashes of brilliance, and we need to stay sharp to outplay a tough Port City side. Yes, guys, that was all we have today in our Pitt Community News Recap presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. It's time for our favorite part of the show, guys, Community Voices. So, today we are talking about travel dreams and what it means to connect globally while also staying grounded in your community. Our theme this morning is Pitt County to the world, travel dreams and cultural exchange. What do you guys think, guys? The big question is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would that be? And hey, our audience at home, the phone lines are open at this point. You can call us, at 252-756-2008 here on Awesome Radio Network. We want to hear from you. If you could travel anywhere in the world, Patrick, we were saying 3, right? Top 3 places in the world. So you can call us and share yours with us. So let me start off with Patrick. So, because you are not half asleep this morning. So let me start off with you. What's your top 3 places you would love to visit?
My top 3 places.
So, by the way, Patrick is from South Africa, Johannesburg, right?
Yes, Johannesburg, South Africa. Yeah. My top 3 have always been for one, I would say Japan.
Oh wow. Okay. Any specific places in Japan?
Probably not. Just Japan for now.
Okay.
Yes. And something came to mind. Anyways, Japan for one because of my love for anime.
Okay.
And then
it's Gen Z.
2 would definitely be the UK, London.
Oh, okay.
Well, not really London, Manchester, because I want to go see a City game.
It's interesting. I'm in between 2 Mancunians.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go to Manchester. And then probably London because of its, its hype and everything.
Right?
Yeah. Go and meet some UK Mandem.
Mandem.
And then
Mandem FC.
Yeah. And then 3 always has been New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even though I'm in America, I still haven't been to New York.
That's crazy, man. New York. So, Japan, UK, and New York.
Yes.
Interesting. So, AY, what's yours?
I was going to sing it.
You're going to say where?
Take me home.
Okay. Yeah. You're Manchester too.
Yes.
Bro, so I need to add some context. So these 2 people here, these 2 people that has been forced on me by nature or something. So these guys are huge English Premier League soccer fans, and some of the 2, not most successful, but they are still some of the 2 big clubs technically in Europe is Manchester City and Manchester United. So AY on my right is a Manchester United fan, and Patrick on my left is a Manchester City fan. So these are like 2 rival clubs in the same city. So, and they wouldn't let me hear the last of it. We are still here on Awesome Radio Network. We'll get back to the conversation right after the break.
Hello, my name is Tracy, and you're listening to Awesome Radio 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU Radio. Thank you.
Awesome Radio Network, WECU, presents Radio Broadcast Academy, a summer pilot program for youth ages 13 to 18, July 18 to August 22nd, on Fridays, 2 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. We're asking all youth ages 13 to 18 who may be interested in talking on the radio, being seen on TV and social media platforms to please sign up via our website, awesomeradionetwork.org. Click on the WECU logo. There you will find the full details of this program, the youth application, and the parent consent form. This is an opportunity for the youth to be introduced to a possible new career, broadcast radio. The show, Youth Huddle, will be hosted by teen mentor and 4-H leader, Miss Nada Manning, an Awesome Radio WECU radio personality. Free lunch after each show provided by local sandwich shops. Free transportation for participating youth provided by Courtesy Transportation, LLC, and Emmaus Travels, LLC. Future radio broadcast professionals, ages 13 to 18. Express your personality on live radio. Awesome Radio. WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM. Full details can be found on our website along with the youth application form and the parent consent form. AwesomeRadioNetwork.org. Click on the WECU logo. Contact us at 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. Radio Broadcast Academy, a summer pilot program for youth ages 13 to 18. Presented by Awesome Radio Network, WECU.
Welcome back. We're still live here on Awesome Radio Network. If you're just joining us, and we're still your favorite weekend trio, we're still here on Pitt Perspectives. Yes, guys, if you're listening to us, we are having a conversation. Our big topic today is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, anywhere, where would it be? And we're still here, and our phone lines are 252-756-2008. We want to hear from you. You can also drop us an email at hello.pitperspectives@gmail.com. So, yes, AY, you were saying Manchester United for one.
Yes,
Okay.
I was going to sing that song, but you guys did not allow me to sing it. But
What song? Your soccer chant.
So yes, I would like to visit the UK.
Okay.
Of course, Manchester, but like
The UK,
yeah,
okay.
because I also have friends there, a lot of friends. Most of my friends, I would say most of my friends in diaspora are in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, compared to
Interesting.
most
US.
of them. Yeah, so
Okay.
if I would like to be in the UK, just travel from city to city, visit people, connect with old friends. That would be a very interesting journey for me. Where else? I think I would like to, here in the US, I'd like to visit LA.
Okay, LA.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like
that's
to- I like to
interesting.
visit
Okay,
LA.
that's
If
okay.
there's
Yes.
somewhere in the US I'd
Okay.
really like to visit.
Okay.
it's
LA.
LA.
Interesting.
Nice.
Where else? I think those two for now. Maybe Greece, because
Greece, okay.
it's an ancient
Okay.
Yeah.
country with a lot of
Mykonos.
history and all of
Yeah.
that. So I would like and of course some of those places we read them in the Bible. So I'd like to visit
Bible brother.
I like
Ewa is
to-
a pastor.
to visit those places and see what they really look like. Yeah, so top 3 for now. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
incredible. So, just to get a context, I just looked and found that there are 195 countries generally recognized in the world.
Yeah.
And I think Africa has around 54 countries.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
so
have
we
a
have a
call
call
on
on the
the
line.
line.
Okay.
Hello, you are
Okay.
live on air.
Hold
Pitt.
on. Hold on.
Now
He
they are
hasn't-
live.
Good morning. You are live on Awesome Radio Network on Pitt Perspectives. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Yes. Who do we have on the line?
This is Mayor calling this morning.
Onye Mayor. Yes, AY is a big fan. AY catches himself. When he's alone, he'll be saying, Onye Mayor. And I think there's a Yoruba word that sounds something like that, like Uyo Mayor or something.
That's like a very local dialect from Ekiti State, I would think.
Uyo Mayor?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
yeah?
generally.
Are you
used
serious? So
Yoruba,
what does
yeah.
Uyo Mayor mean?
Honestly, I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't
That
know.
is interesting. Yes, Onye Mayor, how are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, I'm feeling cool, but I want to know the the meaning of your mayor in Yoruba language? What did AY say is the meaning?
I don't know.
You know what?
Oh, you still don't even know the meaning?
Yeah, because it's like a different.
I think it has to do with maybe celebration or something like that, but I don't like it's on my dialect, so I'm not
Okay,
sure.
so that's interesting. I just looked it up right now, and they said Oyomeyo is a phrase in the Ondo dialect of the Yoruba language that means when others win, you celebrate with them, your own will come.
Yeah, I was close. Yeah.
That is impressive. So it means when others win, you celebrate with them, your own will come. Yeah, so now you know. That's
I tried. I said celebration. Yeah.
you see here.
No, but-
That's interesting. Yeah, so Oyomeyo, how's your morning going?
Man, my morning is going well until I tune up the radio to hear the discussion of today, which is very, very intriguing to me, man.
I bet. Yeah, so we're asking if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? So we're asking like your top 3 places to visit in the world.
My top 3 places to visit in the world, yeah? The first, okay, let me not just say the first, but I have United States of America.
Oh, okay.
I have
USA, okay.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, okay.
New Zealand. And I have, let me say, England.
England. Okay, if I remember correctly, you've been to how many of these places? You're in the US now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the US now. I have been to England.
Check. So 2 out of your 3 places you visited.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. So remaining New Zealand now, but it's like, as time goes on, maybe I would like to go to Germany.
Oh, Germany, okay.
Yeah, I like Germany as well. But the top 3 is, okay, let me just count England off.
Okay.
New Zealand, Germany, I'm already in US, and I love it here in US.
Oh, I bet.
US is the number one. It's
Oh,
the top
okay.
one, understand?
Impressive.
US comes first, then others.
Impressive. Impressive.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So in the US, what places would you like to visit?
Oh, I would like to visit New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would like to visit Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I would like to visit Chicago.
Chicago. That is interesting. Yeah. So these 2 guys here, these 2 amigos here, they they said, I think New York. Someone mentioned New York. Yeah. Someone else mentioned.
New York?
Yeah, I think you mentioned New York.
I know he mentioned LA.
New York. Okay, LA. I think someone mentioned New York, if I believe.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So that means we have 2 for New York, 2 for LA. That's impressive. That is impressive.
But in that
UK.
LA, I'm sorry, I have a particular place that I want to visit.
Oh, it gets more specific. Okay.
Same here.
Yeah, which is Beverly Hills.
Oh, Beverly Hills. Okay.
Yeah.
How I wish someone can just come and take me there. Let me see what the environment is like,
Right? Hey, dreams come true too, and then be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish about. Hey, that's amazing. Beverly Hills. You know what's interesting is how places in the world take on like a sort of mythical, I guess, aura, for lack of a better word, like the LAs or the Beverly Hills or even Hollywood, it's great PR. Like the way some people think about Africa, they think about it as, this land flowing in milk and honey. I mean, it is, for the most part too. Yeah, so all of you guys mentioned your top 3 places and no country in Africa even made it.
Because that's where I've been all my life.
Where have you been? You've only been in, where else have you been in?
The most populous black nation.
You've only been in, so okay, have you been in any other African countries?
Yes.
Calm down,
for
brother,
me,
amigo.
The reason why I didn't pick any African countries because for the most part, a lot of African countries have a lot of things in common, at least, especially from
West Africa.
I mean, yesterday we were talking about something at the game night, and someone mentioned I asked a Ghanaian beside me, "Do you know that?" I said, "Yes, I know." I'm like we are so similar in a lot of ways, right?
Right. Okay.
So I feel like if I had to choose just 3 places to visit.
Okay. Yeah. The world is. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
do something
I
I'm
see what
used
you
to,
mean.
yeah.
Okay, so yes, you are going to say you've been to some other African countries.
Do you want to let the caller go? And
Oh,
then,
okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah. I was gonna let him stay. So yes, so Onyemayo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for always being part of Pete Perspectives. I'm sure you know you have a lot of fans. You have people listening in, and then they know, oh, that's Sonia Mayo. They like listening to you. So keep calling, and thank you for always joining us. Okay.
All right, all right.
Yes,
I
I
will
hope.
Patrick
Yeah.
and AY, my regards.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your day, brother.
Yeah.
You too, bro. Have a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. And then if you're listening too, yeah, you can also call in and join us. And I'm sure a lot of other people will want to hear from you too. The numbers to call in are also 252 756 2008. Yes, let's see how much we can get in before the break. Patrick,
Yeah,
you started to say
we'll
something.
be on a short break shortly, and I've been to Namibia,
Oh, okay.
Zambia, and the DRC. So I've been to three other African
Okay,
countries.
Namibia, Zambia,
And the
and
DRC.
so these
Yes.
three are in Southern Africa.
Central and
Central,
Southern
yeah.
Africa.
Okay, Central and so how similar were they?
So Namibia was scarily very similar to South Africa. It was like I
Okay.
was still in South Africa. It's just
Okay.
smaller and more quiet.
Oh,
That's
smaller
how-
and more quiet.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we'll have to go on that break, and you're still here on Awesome Radio Network. Don't touch that dial. We'll still continue the conversation after we get back.
Hello, my name is Daniel out of Greenville. Thank you for listening to Awesome Radio 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU.
From the Pacific Justice Institute, this is The Legal Edge, defending your rights as a Christian, a parent, and a citizen. Here's Brad Dacus.
There's a major shift happening in Washington state. The legislature just passed a sweeping overhaul of parental rights laws. While some of the updates are positive, such as affirming parents' rights in education and health decisions, others leave room for interpretation, especially in cases involving gender identity and school involvement. Well, at Pacific Justice Institute, we've seen how ambiguous laws can be twisted to exclude parents from critical decisions about their children. We are actively analyzing the new legislation and standing ready to defend parents if their rights are ignored or overruled.
Learn more about our ministry and get exclusive email updates by registering for the Legal Insider at pji.org. Remember the website, pji.org.
Yes, welcome back to Pete Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network. Yes, just before we went on that break, we were talking about our main team, Community Voices section. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? And I just mentioned earlier on that we have a total of 193, I believe. 95 recognized, countries in the world. And I think we have 54 in Africa. There is 23 in North America. And then Asia too is its own thing. And then Oceania, yes. And then Patrick, you were talking about, you visited Namibia, Zambia, and DRC, right? So you said Namibia looks really close to South Africa.
Yeah, it's scarily very similar to South Africa. It's just more quiet and more like a bit more
So
smaller.
where did you go? Windhoek?
Yes, Windhoek. It's called Windhoek. Yes.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's called
Okay,
Windhoek.
Windhoek.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's
I think it has like a German or
yes,
European
Afrikaans.
influence. Yeah,
Afrikaans. Yes, Afrikaans reference because the W is V.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's impressive.
Yeah.
So I think earlier on I started out, we were having a conversation before we went live, and I was talking about
Did
how
you talk about your own?
Yes.
bro.
Did you?
Yes. Please,
Has he?
before we move on
No.
to anything, Victor.
So let's hear-
Ihuka,
let's hear yours.
Let us
Are
know.
why are you guys sounding threatened?
No, I know. It's just,
What are your
just
top three
he likes
places
to
to
visit.
Why are you
visit?
guys? I was going to come to that, bro.
Nah,
Yes,
let's get it
please.
out of the way.
Let's get it out.
All right. So, actually, what I was going to say was how, for anybody that hasn't been to the US, if you're from Nigeria or Africa, because America has great PR, I'm sure America would make it on pretty much a lot of people's list. Let me not say everyone, right?
Yeah.
Everyone would have, or most people
At
would
least in
have
the top 3.
America in their top 3.
Yeah.
And what's interesting, I started to say was, when you get to America like we are now, you realize how huge America is. And you realize that, you know, you could be in America and still have a whole top 10 of places you want to visit in America, you know, but people don't get a sense of that. Just like when I meet people and they say, I'd like to go to Africa. I haven't been to Africa, right? But Africa is like 54 countries. You see what I mean? And you've only been to 3.
Yeah.
And I mean, we both haven't even been anywhere. And something else I was trying to say was, as much as culturally, especially in West Africa, we have similarities, there is also a lot of differences in landscape, especially across regions. So Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, all of those North African places look way different from West Africa. And then if you go to, say, East Africa, that has, you know, it has a lot of the game reserves, I think. You know, there's a lot of lush, you know, really beautiful, amazing places out there. And I think the West is in tropical Africa too. So a lot of those differences too. I guess that's what I started to say. Yes. Now, to my top 3 places, I would say one would be New Zealand.
Okay.
So New Zealand, because I mean, you all know Kara, our partner in the business, Kuru Creative, is, you know, really had this big dream of going to New Zealand, and she sent pictures and it was just amazing. And then I have a friend, one of my childhood best friends, Obinna. Shout out to you, Obinna. He did his master's degree in New Zealand, and I mean, he was telling me about how breathtaking. I mean, you see one that like at every turn. I think New Zealand is the only country that has more sheep than actual human beings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I'm sure there are all these cool stuff too about New Zealand. I mean, it's very picturesque. How do you say it? Picturesque.
Oh, you mean it has very beautiful
Yeah,
scenery?
yeah, that's
Okay, for
You say I
pictures.
always use big English too.
Yeah, there you are,
Patrick has
Yes.
a lot of things against me, but hey, it's all good. Yes, so New Zealand is one.
Okay.
Where else would be second?
You don't want to go to London and see Chelsea and see them beating 3-1.
Is it your Chelsea? Bro, you all should leave me alone.
By the
bro.
way, they lost yesterday, Sha. Yes.
Yeah,
that,
Victor's
that,
favorite
that
team
should have
lost.
made the
Yeah.
community news, but I mean, it's not Pitt County, so I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, extra news.
Yeah, bro, whenever
Brought to you by me.
whenever something that's not great happens to me, you guys celebrate
No,
it.
it's great.
I'm
That's
judging you
great,
guys'
though.
intention.
It's great. I
Chelsea
mean,
lost and it's great.
Yes, I
It's-
mean, there's nothing out of place if Chelsea loses a game. I mean, it feels normal, right?
Bro, I'm tired of you guys. I will gladly offer you two as a burnt offering, as a living sacrifice. Yes, so New Zealand, let me think. Where else? I'm thinking,
wait, so London is not.
bro, can you all leave me alone?
I
Sorry,
think-
sorry. But
London brings back maybe bad memories.
Bro, I was going to say it, but
Traumatized.
because the way you guys are going on about
Trauma.
it, I won't give you guys that pleasure. So, yes, New Zealand, I was going to say, I think it's the Pacific.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah, the
Australia?
Pacific, yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
that's
yeah,
New
it's,
Zealand.
and then I think one of the other things too I'm excited about with these two places so far is you have a lot of indigenous culture, like the Maori people actually Kuru is, I think, from the Maori culture, you know, that means, you know, rebirth, you know, infusion of cultures and all of those new beginnings and all that. Yeah, so a lot of those indigenous cultures, which is also why I would love to go to the Pacific Northwest, I believe, here in the US, you know, the Washington states. I said it again. Yeah, I said it again, guys. I can't help it at this point. Yeah, so these guys are always on my case that I say Washington. Yeah, Washington.
Yes, there we go, Washington.
Yeah. Washington, yes. So the Washingtons and the Oregons and all of those places, it's very beautiful. And I think they have Yakima spoken. They have like Native American reservation. I'm also very fascinated by, you know, all of that culture, you know, the shamans and all that. So New Zealand, the Pacific, where would be the third? India?
Yeah.
Just
okay.
curious.
India.
Just curious, and I mean this in the best of ways. I'd
Yeah.
like to actually see some
I
of
have Indian
these.
friends. Maybe when they get
Oh
married,
yeah,
we'll go and visit.
but
Go and
India I heard is
celebrate.
very far though,
Yeah, I mean, it should be.
bro. And I'm
It's a
not
long
used
way
to
out,
flying
yeah.
too. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's even talk about flying. Are you all used to? Do you all enjoy flying?
So
Yeah,
I've not done that
A lot, yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but the few times I think I enjoyed it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
Yeah, I did.
Do you enjoy
I
flying?
enjoyed
Yeah,
my
it's
Oh
flights.
wow.
So the first time I flew, I think I flew from South Africa
To
to Cape Town.
Okay.
That was my first flight.
South Africa to Cape Town. What's
I
up?
mean, from Johannesburg to
Yeah,
Cape Town.
okay.
So,
Okay.
I was thinking South Africa to Namibia, but that was
Okay.
not my first.
Okay.
From
How far was it? Like how long was the flight?
it's an hour.
Oh, an hour. Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty. So, guys, full disclosure, I'm not comfortable flying. Some people enjoy it. It has something to do, I guess, with my fear of heights, and I hope to God that I get used to it. But bro, the moment we get up, I'm counting down, bro. Yeah, like I'm hoping we get down as soon as possible. So, I mean, I've had people, who are like, "Oh, I love flying. It helps
Yeah,
me.
it's a
I
great
read."
thing. It's a great
Bro, the moment
experience.
I'm up, I mean, it probably has something to do with being a little claustrophobic. Like the space, the airtight space, and then the air pressure. I don't mind it, but I don't necessarily enjoy it.
Yeah,
My
I think
goal is
you
to
can
sleep.
enjoy it.
Like if I can find the best way to sleep, that way by the time I wake up, we are already cutting down, the landing time. Yeah, guys. So we're still talking about if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? And we're still here live on Awesome Radio Network, and it's still your favorite crew, Pitt's Perspectives on Awesome Radio. We had some listener stories though, but before we get into all that, so I've had two places. Oh, India, yes. Something else I was going to say about India. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I see a lot of the street food on Facebook. Yeah, some of them
that
look
looks
really
fascinating,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, fascinating. I mean, for lack of a better
Yeah, and
word,
the way it's, I mean, the
Bruh.
style to it, it's interesting. I like
some
it.
of
Yeah,
them.
I think is
Yeah.
America the only place where you don't have like street food? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
have you
America does what?
like do they have any street food like
The equivalent I know would probably be food trucks.
well that's not food
I mean,
trucks
'cause
doesn't count
think
as-
about it. You need a health permit to make food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just
Yeah, sure.
up
You,
and
you so I mean I think the difference is that in getting those permits or doing all of
Okay.
that back home, it's a bit more democratized, if that's the word I'm looking for, where I mean you can just come up, show them whatever it is they're asking for. I think NAFDAC and the rest of them.
Yeah, no, I mean
you
he's
get
talking
your-
about
your
like
stuff.
America here in
Okay,
America.
I'm not talking,
they
I'm talking
have-
back.
yeah,
home.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And
mean
then you-
here, so it's different too.
I think the food too
Okay,
is
Different,
beyond the. I mean,
yeah.
there's a kind of food that can be done
street
you get-
side.
Yes.
I think
That-
really
that
anything
too,
can be
yeah.
done street side. I mean
Yeah.
the burgers and I mean
Hot
so-
dogs?
Yeah, hot dogs. I mean think about it. A lot of the food back home has to pass through fire, has to be cooked.
yeah hot dog
Yes.
is just
Right.
and
So
not-
that
that
makes
could
it
be done.
even less stressful
Ma-
compared
So,
to
Yeah.
so I think maybe another thing. Okay, like you said, food trucks might just count for that.
that's
Yes,
the closest.
yeah, that's the closest,
So
yes.
and I'm
it
going
will
to
also
say
be
okay.
a case of the way the shops are, put in
Okay,
the same
there's
place.
that,
Unlike
there's
back
that.
home where you can have shops.
I think the closest thing
Out
to,
of the malls,
the closest
do you
thing
get?
to that too would be, have you been to any fair? Have you been to the state
the state
fair?
fair, yeah.
Yes,
You
yes.
see how like they
Yeah.
have all those
Yeah.
food places,
Yeah.
but then again I feel like it's still different.
Yeah, of course.
And
it
I hate
is,
to
it
say
is.
this because I mean I know you're very patriotic too, but I'd like to, it's unpopular though anyway, not like it's really bad. I was going to say maybe the standards, the food standards would probably be different too. So think about some things people would buy off the streets in some places and how it's made in the moment
Yeah.
might be really, really scary, for lack of a better word, to folks here. And that's culture too.
Yeah, for sure, food trucks are the closest equivalent.
Yeah.
And I know it's the equivalent because I see how people would treat. Say, if you go to I was at the North Carolina State Fair last year.
Yeah, yeah.
And like everything is so expensive. Like all the food is like overpriced, but then it's like good
Oh.
food, right?
Okay.
It's like it's more any state fair. The food is way more expensive. Like for a plate, you would
Oh,
get,
yeah?
you'd get anywhere at the restaurant.
Okay.
And so like the way people treat it gives you the fast food
Yeah.
vibe, because I mean for me fast food is the best food, man. Like
Bro.
it's so great. It's like
Yeah, that's coming from someone who can't cook.
no, I can.
I mean, you can make some food poison.
Okay.
I know that for sure. No, I mean, you
but,
try.
But
you
talking
try.
about street food, I actually miss a lot of things.
Yeah, I do
it's
too.
so-
You're not
like
alone.
things like say akara and
Bro,
bread,
suya is my the
suya.
one thing I miss.
Funny
bro.
enough, I mean you can get suya around here,
But it's different. I
Yeah,
know
it's-
there
yeah,
used
it's
to be
different, it's
Didi
different,
used to
it's
be
different.
here in Greenville who
Yeah,
makes
but-
suya, but she moved to
Yeah, it's
Florida.
different, bro.
You know, I mean, hey,
the-
yes,
the
and
Akaras.
India is huge too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so let's read out some of our listener stories
Stories,
too.
I have some.
Hey, what
here.
do we have?
Okay, so I think the first one I have here is from Jamal.
Jama.
Yeah, he's
okay.
a small business owner in Grimsland, and he says
Grimesland, okay.
Grimesland, yeah. So Jamal says, okay, so the story is Jamal who runs. Okay, so this story is from Jamal,
Okay.
and he says, I work with people from Honduras,
Mhm.
Sudan, and Ukraine.
Mhm.
Even though we come from different backgrounds, we work side by side. My kids are growing up learning about different languages and traditions just by sitting at the table.
Wow, that's amazing. So Honduras, Sudan,
Sudan,
and
Ukraine, yeah.
Ukraine. That's pretty
So
amazing.
That's like experiencing
like
those
different.
places
These are like
here.
different cultures
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
experiencing it here.
That's
in the
amazing.
US.
You know, and I think people don't realize just how many different cultures are around us. I mean, even like in Pitt County, for
Yes,
real.
yes, it's
You
so
know,
nice.
and sometimes you even see people in, from the same place, and you don't realize how many of them there are. I think on some past show episode we talked about you had some news around the Korean, as
Community, yeah.
community here. There is like a huge Kenyan community here. I mean Nigeria, obviously. I think there is also a huge Filipino community here. I mean, it's just amazing. ECU has students from 70 countries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
72.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. So I was also going to say that about how some countries, something like soccer also helps us learn so much about
countries, yeah.
some other countries. And I think everybody should watch soccer, bro. Yeah, everybody should.
And then the Club World Cup is
Bro,
is
it's
on
living up to the
here,
hype,
So
too.
yeah, it is.
it's living up to the hype.
It's a good setup for the World Cup. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too.
It's a
And
good
I think
setup
people
for the World
haven't. I think the last World Cup in the US was USA 94.
Yeah.
How old was I then?
I don't know.
Well, definitely not
But,
very
I
old.
mean,
That's-
We'll see what next year looks
Did you
like.
think Nigeria will qualify?
The chances are very slim? I won't even lie at this
Bro,
point.
I'm pained.
And South Africa has to drop for us to qualify, yeah?
Yeah, we're not
did they?
dropping anything.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
but
coming-
South Africa is doing well though.
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
Bro, my Melody
Obviously.
Sundowns won their game.
yeah, shout out to
Bro,
Mamelodi
but
Sundowns
they-
for winning
they-
our opening game.
Bro, you guys played against, and I mean, hey, I don't have anything against them. They
It-
played
the
against
team
the
qualified,
South Korean team.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they qualified for the World Cup.
The club.
I mean,
oh,
Chelsea
Yes.
qualified.
Oh yeah.
So
You're right.
and it's not, I don't think it's
Yes.
the best teams that
Man, you did not make it.
All
by the
right,
way.
moving on.
They did not even make it.
You guys are.
I mean Liverpool didn't make it. So.
You guys are in three. All right, so yes, we have David. Is a student at Pitt Community College. He messaged us and said, "As a DJ, I started adding Afro beats and Latin tracks into my sets at campus events. People from all over the world would light up when they heard something familiar. Now my playlists are full of songs I've learned from friends I've met right here in Pitt County." That's some global culture, something like we are saying,
Yeah.
Afro beats.
Afrobeat is big now.
Yeah, Afrobeats is
big.
becoming super huge. Do you think it's going to stay big for a long
Yes,
time?
yes, absolutely.
What makes you think
Because
so?
Afrobeat is not just, and I was watching. I think you know Shank, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Shank was I think with Sky.
Yeah,
and
Kai
it was,
Cenat.
So
and it
these
was
are
like,
like streamers.
yes,
yeah,
streamers,
that's
yeah.
providing
And it was
context.
saying it was like, oh, like you guys, your music, and okay, I
Oh,
don't-
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and he said something. He said that it's good music. And I understood, like, I got
So
the,
what did he say?
he was talking about, no, I don't want to say exactly what he
Okay,
said,
okay.
because
Yeah.
so it doesn't sound like I'm trying to put down anyone's
Okay,
music,
okay,
but
okay,
you
okay,
get the
okay, I see.
idea. So, and he talked about how, Afrobeat is, more cultural. The words are, you understand, it goes deeper than some other kind of music that we hear around. So I
Right.
feel like it's not just, and of course the melody, the
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
itself is soothing, it's beautiful, it's something you want to listen to.
I
So
think-
even beyond, even, and that's why even in places where they don't understand the language, you can still vibe to it, because
Yeah.
it's full. I'm
I
trying to
think
look for the word to
it's-
explain in
it's-
terms of
it's
music,
exciting,
and it's
I
fuller
think,
in terms of the
the
melodies.
sound,
Yeah, it's not
yeah,
just
it's-
a lot of music from other places. I'm trying not to bring out anybody's music. It's a bit more maybe flat. There is no, in terms of the melodies, there's
Okay.
no range. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if
I don't
That's
agree
AY's
exactly.
opinion,
Yeah, well,
yes.
that's his opinion. But I see, I'm trying to imagine what you're trying to say. If you talk about being full, bro, what have I listened to? I think there's an international student from Azerbaijan.
okay, so let
that played
me make
some
this
Azerbaijan-
melodic example.
Okay.
So you can listen to a song
Okay.
from, I don't want to call where.
Bro,
where
say it,
throughout
say it.
this throughout the song. What you're hearing is till the end.
Okay.
But when you're listening to a song, maybe Afrobeat, it has a lot of it, like almost the entire scale is used.
I see what you mean,
And
but I think
sure,
there are
understand, it
also
goes-
other music genres
Yes,
that are
just to
like
put
that.
just to put
you
it into
know.
perspective, to AY is a musician, so whatever he's saying,
Say I'm
he's
a
using his
musician.
I mean,
music
you
ears.
sing some too.
Say
I
I'm a
mean,
musician.
we are all like, we do music semi-professionally
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Like, and all that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're saying Afrobeat is full, I
Yeah.
think there are some other. I'm not even talking about hip hop now, or say jazz or any of those things. There are other sounds too that are full.
Yeah, of course,
you know.
definitely.
But for me, I think it's the energy.
Mm.
Like Afrobeat is easy on the ears.
Yes.
You
it
see what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
You don't need to have a huge musical knowledge to
yeah.
appreciate Afrobeat.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You see what I mean? I mean, I don't know what Bini Marung means, but every time it comes up,
Yeah,
you
but
see
that's
what
not
I mean?
Afrobeat. That's Amapiano.
Amapiano
Let's-
is also
Yes,
a
so I'm not saying
fusion of
Afrobeat is the
Afrobeat,
only
that's what I'm saying.
music
No,
that
no,
is like
Amapiano
that.
is different.
Do you
Amapiano
understand?
is
But I'm
different.
saying you asked why we think it won't go away
It's
soon.
different.
Right.
And I was saying this is one of the reasons why.
You're right. You said Amapiano is
It's different to Afrobeats.
Amapiano has
course, it's
roots. I get
different.
it.
Yes,
but it has.
it's not a
it has-
fusion of Afrobeats.
It has
There's no way.
Afrobeat influences.
No. Afrobeat says Amapiano influence.
Nah.
Yes.
They're just different. Let's leave it.
Yes,
that way.
they're
Let's leave it
different.
there.
Bro,
Let's leave it at
But
that.
Afrobeat is older than Amapiano, though.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I
it
don't know.
depends who you're talking to. So
All right,
yeah.
going on the
Yeah.
break, we're still here on Awesome Radio. We'll continue, I guess, the fights after Afrobeat.
I am Miss Mary Cox. I'm Killer Thigpen's mother from Awesome Radio.
Yeah, welcome back. We're still live on Awesome Radio Network, and it's still Pitt Perspectives. Yes, just before we went on the break, I mean, guys, where has time gone? Yeah, we were here debating Afrobeat and Amapiano and all of that too.
I think from the day the show started, I knew it was going to cross, like it was going to come up.
What was going
At
to
some
come
point.
up?
The
Afrobeat,
Amapiano Afrobeat.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should do music one day. Like
Yeah, I
one
think
of
we
these
should
episodes.
actually.
We
It
should
would be
talk about
interesting to
international music.
think about, there is a kind of music that also came from North Carolina, right? In the mountains,
wow.
bluegrass.
Wow.
Yeah, bluegrass came from I believe the Alps, the mountainous part
okay.
of North
Yeah.
Carolina. Yeah.
Wow, that's
And bluegrass is also very impressive too because it's fast paced. I think it's something similar to the Celtic folk music. They use some of the same instruments, and then I mean bluegrass also has banjo, I think accordion. You know banjo, right? Banjo has roots from Africa too. So yes, it's been an amazing conversation, guys. It's been an amazing conversations about our travel dreams, and where folks would like to visit. So I think at the end of the day, the US gets great PR. I think the UK also.
And Hollywood, I didn't mention Hollywood. Like when Oyomio was talking about,
Yeah.
be specific. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to visit Hollywood, of course, for obvious reasons. I want to see where these movies are made and the movie stars
Yeah.
and all of that. Yeah.
But then again, hey, just I didn't want to admit it because you guys, I don't want to give you guys any pleasure. But I'd still like to visit Stamford Bridge.
Yeah,
And I
there we
hope
go.
that on the day you visit,
Bro, we've won it all, bro. Blue is the color.
Bro, our time is
Football
up.
is the game. We're on together. Bro, don't get me started,
dear.
guys. Yes, it's been amazing, man. So I think we should talk about music
One of these,
sometime.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then I
sure.
think something else too, because we've had some listeners. I talk to people and they listen and they give ideas. I've had someone say we should talk about like migration, the reason people travel.
Yeah.
Because there are people that has traveled out of the US. People have moved out of the US.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And people are planning to actually move,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Even though some people think, oh, it's heaven over here, someone has said we should talk about like people's favorite family traditions, and their favorite family dishes and stuff like that. So guys, I mean, hey, keep on bringing those good ideas too, because we're here for you all too. I mean, you all are the reason why we're here, and I know a lot of you feel shy calling. Hopefully you get over that too soon. Yeah, we want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. We want to, and you guys too have a lot of fans. They think I'm always coming for Patrick, but they don't know what I suffer. They don't know what these guys puts me through.
Yeah, thank you so much,
On
guys,
it.
for being on the right side, and it's amazing. It's a great experience. It's a winning team, and
Yeah.
it's great to win, so it's amazing.
So guys, yes.
And then maybe one of these episodes we'll talk about heartbreaks.
Yes. I think from the last show, Victor narrowly escaped talking
Yes.
about his heartbreaks.
We're going to
and that.
dedicate a whole
So
show for
yeah,
that.
and some of our listeners did very well
By
mention
popular
that. Yeah,
demand,
they were
yeah.
looking forward to that.
So
And at
maybe
least
next week.
it's interesting enough that the listeners want to hear it.
Yes,
So
guys,
we
I-
need to give our listeners what they want.
What
to
I
they
hear.
don't have
Exactly.
an
So-
interesting story.
So
You scattered
So,
or you didn't answer
and,
yours.
everybody should look forward to that.
Yeah, I think
Victor's
we'll run it
heartbreak
back
story
and,
coming
yeah.
to you soon. Brought to you by by
AY
Amigos
will-
LLC.
AY will make a movie out of it. Yeah, filmmaker.
Brought to you by Amigos.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I
You
think
make a movie out of it.
yeah, and I think it'll make for great storytelling too.
yeah, that would be great. I
Which
look forward
is
to
what we
that.
do.
Bro, I'm tired of you all though. I'm like legit. I'll put you guys up for adoption. Guys, if you need 2 extra hands.
So let's
yes.
go to our
All right, yeah. So
Events.
upcoming community events. Yes.
Yes. Mark your calendars. There is a
Mhm.
major community event happening today, and
Yes.
you do not want to miss it.
Yes,
So,
it's
yeah.
the June 10th celebration today. I mean, we are going to perform at that event today too. We were going to open the event, but due to some logistical issues, we couldn't make it. But hey, I think it's going to be a great time. There'll be a lot of music. There'll be some African American cultural trail tours. There'll be food trucks. I think it's a fun family event to come out to. And today, Greenville United is playing Port City FC in Wilmington, and we'll be joining the game too online on YouTube. And if you have any community event that's free and open to the public, I think you all could also let us know. We'll help you all shout outs it too. And we're also we are doing big things behind the scene. We're getting to video content very soon. We are scoping out some video sets. So very soon we'll be able to invite some of you all to come to the set or to the studio and hey, we want to talk to you all too in person. I think it would be a cool thing to talk about like the favorite color of the week, or
Color?
like color, yeah,
Color
of
of
the
color,
week,
yeah.
color of the week, or like a listener, favorite
Yeah,
listener
sure,
of the
sure,
week.
sure.
And then shout out to Carolina Arthritis Center too for
Yeah.
always being super supportive. And ECU Red, the Small Business Center, North Carolina Economic Development Association Foundation. I mean, amazing.
This reminds
amazing.
me of Wasia in the
Oh,
this
yeah?
music where
Yeah,
they
where
call
you
people's
give-
name.
yeah, that's also a whole genre of music. In high life too, people do it too. Yes, guys, as we wrap up this episode of Pitt Perspectives, we have our weekly inspiration. You know, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a simple single step. Some say it begins with a,
With the
transport
transport
fare. But here it begins with having gas on in your car. But hey, never forget where you took your first one. Whether you're boarding a plane or building a dream from home, your story matters, and Pitt County, North Carolina, the whole world is proud to be part of it.
Yeah, stay curious, stay grounded, and remember, sometimes the world comes to you in the form of a neighbor, a new dish, or a different perspective.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's it for today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it
from all of us here,
Mhm.
bye.
Bye.
WECU 1570 AM and W298BX 107.5 FM, Winterville, North Carolina.
Washington, D.C. I am Pastor Terry D. Streeter. Come with me now as we go directly into the sanctuary of Mount Pleasant for a stirring word from the Lord that I believe will bless your heart. Let's go to church. Really just want to